time and space, everything happens in the moment. It's very hard for the mind to perceive it. The mind goes crazy when it hears
and we
it.
dismiss it when it happens, don't you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
the mind
oh,
goes,
that's just fluke, or that's
because it doesn't make sense to the mind. You understand? For the mind to understand reality or existence, everything has to make sense. Make sense, it simply means events that happens needs to fit in the capacity of the mind. If it's spilling out of the mind capacity, then the mind say it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that a man can walk through a wall. Okay? That's for the mind. Now, as long as you believe like that, you will never walk through the wall. But if you move beyond the mind, all possibilities are possible. All of them. We have this world and existence the way you see in the way you see it, because this is the only way we can perceive it. We have no larger capacity to perceive it. Or the ancient person, the ancient people, perceived the world very different than us because they had smaller even capacity to perceive things. We have things now that if you would bring it in time to the ancient people, they would think they're losing their mind. Whatever. Computer, that you can communicate from one machine to the other. It wasn't in their capacity. It manifests itself when our capacity expanded, and then suddenly we have reality. Today every child knows what is email, but email is a crazy thing. I write here, and in Africa somebody accepts this message and understand what I'm talking about. It's not weird for you anymore, but to the ancient human being it will be they probably won't be able to even perceive it, to see that it's happening. Okay? So, reality and existence get formed by our capacity as collective capacity and individual capacity. Why when you travel in the world you see different realities? Because different people in the world has different capacity. Genius people has larger capacity than other people to perceive reality, and then he sees something and he put it beautifully on a canvas. Or you hear beautiful music in your head and you think, all I hear is the vacuum from upstairs. Where did you bring this symphony? I heard it. What do you mean you heard it? All this music you heard in your brain. Yeah. So this man or woman has larger capacity to perceive sound or color or structure. It's all about capacity. Now, you can slowly, all your life, try to go to workshop, read books, and expand your capacity slowly. Or you can drop your identification with the mind that limited your capacity, step out of the mind, and it's all there. But it's scary. We're not familiar with this space outside of the mind. And then we're not sure, this means I have to kill my mind, let go of my mind, burn my mind? Because that's the mind. It's either this or this. Either you love me or you don't love me. What about I love you and I'm not with you? What about I am with you and I don't love you? Everything can happen. What about I use my mind, but I don't identify with the capacity of my mind, and that's the ultimate capacity. And that's the main problem in spirituality. Most of the people wants to perceive spirituality, reality beyond the mind, with the mind dish, with the mind tool. That's impossible. This is where the head goes, and you like, I can't get it. It's good that you don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. Very good! That's the first step. It should not make sense to you. You don't want to make sense in spirituality. You want to see paradox. What is paradox? Paradox means two dualities, two polarities, two extremes dwelling in the same moment. For the mind, it's the end of the world. Because you take material from two filing cabinets and you put it in the same filing cabinet, and it's like, it's impossible. This belongs to this and this belongs to this. That's the mind. You have to drop all the filing, all the categorize, all the making sense, and move beyond the mind into seeing reality as it is. And then you experience moments that won't make sense to your mind, and it doesn't make sense to, you don't care about this. You just experience it. And then somebody said, okay, explain me. And you said, I can't. Why? Because your mind cannot explain it, but you experience it. And it doesn't important for you anymore to explain or to prove or to have a point even. That's a mind thing.